Our next round is a case study, and I'm happy, and maybe some of you tried it already. The case study is about BettaFish, and BettaFish is a food startup, and you can actually try the vegan tuna at lunch. And I'm happy that we have Chika Yamamoto to come and introduce the founders and the partners. Chika, please come on stage and give a warm welcome.
Thank you. So I'm already, like this clock said brutally that I have like 9 minutes, 55 seconds. So we'll just start. My name is Chika. I'm connecting between Japan and Europe, and one of the ambassadors of the Asia Berlin Summit. Here we have Deniz from Berlin startup, plant-based seaweed companies, and then we have a Japanese airline, corporate venture capital. So maybe Ao, you can explain introduce yourself quickly, and then.
Yeah, a very quick introduction. I'm Ao from Japan Airlines. I'm based in Silicon Valley, actually, managing our corporate venture capital fund, JAL Innovation Fund. And through that CVC activity, we got so lucky meeting Deniz, and we made an awesome collaboration together. So, yeah.
Yeah, thank you for having us. I'm Deniz. I'm the co-founder at BettaFish, which you obviously tried during lunch, so I will keep it short. We are the first ones replacing an animal from the ocean with plants from the ocean. So the key ingredient of what you ate today of the vegan tuna is seaweed. And we use seaweed for multiple reasons. I mean, obviously, mostly to, I don't know where to click, to be honest. It doesn't work. To save the maritime ecosystem and to give around 700 million people worldwide an alternative to fishing for fish. And seaweed has incredible health benefits, as you might know, and we are really proud today to talk about the amazing partnership we went into with Japan Airlines in October. Since October, Japan Airlines is serving our vegan tuna wraps on flights from Tokyo to London and back. Curious to obviously discuss and explore the results so far. So these are the wraps that are being served, and we've had an incredible feedback so far.
Yeah, thank you very much. So startup and corporate, that's like your dream success case, right? Like everybody wants to work together, and then you get lots of offers from different startups or corporate, like let's work together, or So out of that, you selected and you came kind of together. What do you think was a success, like key to success to make it happen?
First of all, if we think about Japan Airlines, it stands for a lot of things and values that that are important to us and dear to our heart. So really finding a collaborative partner who wants to make a difference and really creates impact on a large scale was important to us. And we were really happy to find that in the JAL team. Then, of course, second, the Japanese audience is the audience who knows the most about seaweed and the most about tuna. So it is actually an honor for us to work with Japan Airlines and getting from them the stamp that our alternative is a true alternative that's better for us, for the oceans. That alone, was reason enough to work with Japan Airlines and to learn from them how to cater to their passengers. Yeah.
Thank you. And from our perspective, you are also like working with different networks and so on, constantly looking for startups to work with. And you found them and decided to work with them, actually. So, yes.
Yeah. Well, before I answer this question, I want to ask a quick question to the audience. Like, how many of you guys have ever been to United Kingdom and got on a train? Raise your hand if you have. Like 20, 30%? Okay. For the people who haven't been, there's this unique phrase saying, mind the gap. That's a warning for the people to mind the gap between the station platform and the train doorway, right? And this phrase can be used very well in the collaboration between startups and, a very traditional Japanese company like us. There's a huge gap between us, and it's like making a big jump to the doorway, right? So because of the cultural difference between Germany and Japan, startups and traditional companies language, time zone, right? Process is different. So we got to define, we got to mind the gap and find a way to fill it. And with BettaFish, we made a very good communication pipeline to, fill the gap and made this, very win-win situation together. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Actually, I'd like to build on that. Yeah, I mean, because there's always like other, startups and so on, and then the communication is always a challenge in the process and so on. Is there anything like extra special thing about this collaboration to make it possible somehow?
Well, I think it's simple. Like, I'll try to be as low context as possible because, there's obvious difference in the word I say, the receiver, understands differently a lot of times. So I try to be more low context, use, low context communication as much as possible in writing and, speaking both. So that's what I think.
Okay, and then Deniz, maybe like there was anything special about like working with Japan Airlines compared to other possible partners?
So Japan Airlines was our first partner from Japan and in Japan. So obviously the whole business culture there was new to us. But I have to say there are a lot of stereotypes about the Japanese business culture that didn't hold true for us, at least. And it was really interesting for us to also see the startup ecosystem. And I mean, you are based in Silicon Valley, so obviously you have also a different spirit bringing it to the table. And we got a lot of honest feedback on the products, both good and negative, which is incredible because the negative feedback helps us to improve and to implement and to get the product even better. So I was surprised about that. Also in terms of response time and willingness to be brave and to try new things, being innovative, being the front runners, it was really exciting to see. But obviously there are other things you need to make sure also in terms of showing respect, which I was super happy to learn. And it's not just the basic business card thing. There's so much more that you can do to show that a partnership is really meaningful to you and you want to go into this long-term relationship.
So actually, it's really great to hear those misconceptions about working with Japanese companies weren't really true, that it went through super quickly and the feedback was not polite, but good, honest ones. I think that's really shows a gap. I think when there's a bad feedback, it's usually just shows a gap between, the mind gap you have to cross. So I love
also,
that everything.
We don't want to burn our CEOs.
Yeah, and from your point of view, maybe you had your own expectation, how it's gonna go. Did it go well? Did it go? There was a gap. What do you say, looking back?
Yeah, well, to be honest, we weren't very sure how our passengers would react to this collaboration, but actually it turned out very well and then received a lot of good feedback. So we decided to extend our pilot, which is a great thing. And another thing is, our CEO loved it, so it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So for the collaboration in the future, we can expect probably a lot coming out from you guys.
Hope so. We're working on it.
Yeah, working on it. Yeah.
Okay, great. So I guess we were trying to do it in 10 minutes, and now it's like 9 minutes. Is there any one question that you want to ask? Okay. Yes, please.
The other markets?
With the BettaFish products?
Yeah.
In the retail and food service space, the products are already available in 7 countries in Europe, which is amazing. But obviously, the goal is also to expand the partnership with Agile and expanding it to different routes or different concepts. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you. So now we have Ao and Deniz. I hope you're going to stick around a little more longer. And if you have any questions, collaboration ideas, hit them up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.